Flying solo today. What is up, everybody? Dennis Schiraldi, founder of DOYO Live and the DOYO Live Marketing Show, presented by Live Marketing. What's going on? That's a homage to, well, I don't know that many people would even get that homage right now. But in any case, it's great to be here with you, hanging out on a rather pleasant Friday morning. Very difficult to believe that we're going to end up with some sort of March snowstorm. Very interesting. Anyway, I wanted to drop on by today to give you the State of the Union, the STOTU, State of the Union. Is that the SHOTU? That'd be SHOTU. SHOTU. I'm going to give you the SHOTU on DOYO. That's obviously a mouthful, but I'm going to give you the State of the Union on DOYO Live this morning. Talk about a couple of the opportunities that you have to get in on DOYO Live. And then also, one of the things that you may or may not know, some of the marketing services that I actually provide out to clients beyond DOYO Live, because I'm not independently wealthy. We do not have a money tree out back. So I'll tell you a little bit how this all got started and really what our foundation, our roots is as well. My cup known for the holidays. Yeah, and it's a home game today as well. So if you're dropping by, give me a shout. Say hello. If you have any marketing questions, any business questions, go ahead and ask. But anyway, DOYO Live State of the Union is this. We've got 2, 3, 5. We're at 5 really great sponsors. Live Marketing by iSynergy. They have the naming rights to the conference. Hello website is a easy, user-friendly Wix type of application with more functionality and features than just Wix. Alpha Omega Commercial Cleaning. They are a company that will come out, clean your office, and they clean up our mess. Crow's Cabinets is also has been with us for a few years now. So those are just a handful of sponsors that we have. If you want to become a DOYO Live sponsor, just hit me up with a DM. Let me know. We'll get you in. There's a fundamental belief that we have, that I've always had, that we will incorporate you into our content marketing strategy throughout the course of the year, through email, through social media, through our website, and not just put your name on a sign, which is really important at the event, but we change the game. So we integrate you into our marketing all year round to keep the steady flow of awareness going for you and your business. We have a pool of speakers that have submitted to speak, and we're currently been evaluating those individuals. We will finalize, for the most part, 90% of our speaker lineup in the month of March. March Madness, that's right. This is the greatest month known to human beings. It's the happiest time on earth. Basketball is on 24/7, and I take all of it in as much as I possibly can. But while doing that, we will be finalizing some of our speakers coming up for DOYO Live in 2022. We have not decided on a venue 100%. We are working on a couple locations right now, undisclosed, parts unknown, weight unknown, from unknown, just like a professional wrestler. But we will make some determinations on as to where we're going to go and where we're ultimately going to end up. But I will tell you this, I am drastically looking to reinvent and restructure DOYO Live as a marketing conference. So typically we'd have a keynote, and then we'd have breakout sessions, and we'd have 3 or 4 of them running concurrently, and then breaks in between for networking. But I'm going to blow that model up, and we're coming out this year with something very new, something very exciting, and I'm really pumped up about it because it's just a different take on the marketing conference. So if you've been in the past, it's going to be something very new. If you've heard about it in the past, so a lot of those same values are going to apply. Obviously, we want to connect you with other individuals that you can meet, to network with, to become friends with, business associates, hire, whatever that networking is for you. The second thing is we want to deliver an amazing experience, and that's actually the first thing. And then the third thing is we want you to learn something that you can implement into your business that day. And if we do those three things very well, like we have in the past, we will have no problem. But on the same note, I don't want to do just the same thing over and over and over and over again. To me, that gets a little bit boring. And yeah, we could do it, but I mean, I guess the Rolling Stones play Satisfaction at every concert for a reason, but I feel like we're playing the tune. We're just changing up the stage. So we've got sponsors that are lining up, and our sponsors are pretty much with us for year round. So from the time that they sign on, from that day to the following year. So that's exciting. We've got our speaker lineup. We'll finalize our venue here over the next 60 days, and then start to put out tickets. That's going to be also an interesting facet. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to approach that yet. I've got everything flavoring over and letting you in on a lot of stuff here. So I've labored over everything from a free ticket, which people don't seem to value, to a nominal spend to what's been typically the full price. So we're going to see what we can economically pull off and pull together what makes sense. I really want to try and give back to the business community after the past 2 years. But in the same note, as a small business, we're feeling this inflation crunch. So in the same note, I've got a family to feed, so we got to figure out exactly how that's going to end up as well. So that's your State of the Union. We've got this weekly podcast going back up and live every Friday, pretty much at 8:30. We've got 8 consecutive weeks or more. It's been more than that. I think this is number 9 underneath our belt. We've typically been live from Stone Fruit Coffee. We've had a couple home games from the DOYO Live World headquarters here in Poland, Ohio. And we'll be back. We'll be back next week with a couple of different guests. But it's also St. Patrick's Day on Thursday, and then on Friday, obviously the NCAA men's basketball tournament kicks off. So that's typically been for me a day of hooky since I've been in around the 4th, 5th grade. We'll be working from home, taking full advantage of watching the tournament, filling out my bracket and watching it do very well. Let's think positively. Let's get out of that mindset of, we're gonna do awesome on our bracket this year. Next thing is that some of you may or may not know this, but DOYO Live wasn't born just out of an idea of me wanting to execute a marketing conference. It was born out of the idea, though, that I wanted to build a marketing conference based upon the way that I believe marketing should go, and that's through content and build your audience. And I wanted that to be a living case study. And so the reason I wanted it to be a living case study is because 4 years prior to starting DOYO Live, I started my first marketing agency that's dedicated towards lead generation for businesses. And that has evolved over the years because it initially started as me helping businesses that were in healthcare IT, very niche. And then we jumped out of that and then we said small to mid-sized businesses, but we've worked with some Fortune 500. So we can't really say that, but that's typically the sweet spot, is that we're helping small to mid-sized businesses with lead generation. And typically a lot of that comes through digital marketing, web, email, social media, online ads. Put out content, build the audience, and convert them. And we've done this with a great deal of success for many clients over the years. This past week, one of my clients that just started with me in the month of February just executed 5 weeks in on a webinar that is basically going to be their content play. We had over 50 people attend that webinar. The amount of leads that the sales team has to follow up with is around 2025. It's going to keep them really busy for the next 3 months until we execute the next webinar. And so that's the type of strategy, that's the type of that I bring to the table when I work with businesses. I will either put a plan in place and you manage it, or you'll end up taking my plan and retaining me to help execute on your services. And then we also are able to piecemeal portions of the marketing strategy out as well. So like for one client, I just solely manage their online advertising campaigns with Facebook and Google. See, not a lot of people understand that that's the backbone of the business. But DOYO was born out of that to help me to get my name out there and help serve as a lead generation tool for basically clients that I ultimately manage their business. And so and that business is been around now. It'll be 9 years in basically, I'll say next month. It's technically, I think, this month, but we'll celebrate our 9-year anniversary. I brought Paulina, my daughter, home from the hospital, and 2 weeks later, I fired my boss in corporate America to start this business, and we've been running with it ever since. In addition to that, about 2 years into starting the conference, we launched a print publication called Icons of Youngstown that is a native advertising play. And for those of you that don't know what that means, it's advertising that doesn't feel like advertising. And it's a print publication, so it's a paid-for placement into a publication for an entire year. We distribute books into and around the community for free. It's a coffee table style book, and then you're able to keep the pictures from your shoot. We have networking events, and you're incorporated in the social media as well. That's another entity that people tend to want to work with us on. So in any case, I figured I'd take a moment and tell you all that. Probably not sharing a lot of marketing secrets today like we typically do. We're interviewing fun, exciting people. We'll be back next week. I don't exactly know who our guest is, but in 2 weeks, we have a guest coming on. I believe Jennifer Lambert is going to stop by. She is celebrating her 3-year anniversary at Salon Nail Chick 71. And then the week after that, I'm going to be interviewing Ralph Zerbona down at the Youngstown Business Incubator. We're going to take our show on the road for a road game. And Ralph and I are going to get into virtual reality, which is really exciting because that was at DOYO Live in like year number 2. I've been a big fan, big proponent of VR. So I'm excited to see what they have to offer. In any case, I appreciate each and every one of you for being a DOYO Live fan. Subscribe to us at doyolive.com. Hit that button to get a reminder when this goes live. And I need a shave. Definitely, I'm a hairy, like, little gnome right now. And I get new glasses as well. I love my Caddis Life glasses. These are really cool. They're blue blockers, but they're also readers. And so I went with the black frames for this one. In any case, everybody have a wonderful weekend. It doesn't feel like it's going to snow right now, but I know that they're probably right. So, any case, appreciate each and every one of you for dropping on by, watching our content. Thank you so much. Subscribe to doyolive.com. Get free marketing tips sent right to your inbox. We've got a webinar coming up on March 24th on leveraging QR codes in your marketing, which is really exciting. So we're going to talk to you about how we've been using QR codes for about the past 5 or 6 years and share with you real life, real world examples of what we've done with our clients to get them seen, heard, primarily with utilizing QR codes in print and in all other kind of places as well, not just print. Okay? All right, everybody have a great weekend. Talk to you real soon. See ya.